Hey everyone, welcome back to my Project 13. One of the things that I like doing on my channel is spreading news, especially when it comes to smartphones. Whether they're older smartphones, newer smartphones, but if they're at a good price, I want to let you know just in case some of you out there are at a point where you're considering a new device that's here now or coming out, or wanted to pick up a device that was too expensive when it first came out. Right now, for $349 at Amazon and Best Buy, the Nexus 6 device. Okay, the 32 gig version is right now for $349. You can head over to those websites. You can check it out. You can order them. I could go in store right now and buy one at Best Buy. So I'm going to go and show you the Amazon website really quick. And as you can see right here as I'm loading this up, Motorola Nexus 6 unlocked cell phone 32 gig midnight blue $349. That is a great deal because if you remember when this device came out, it was pretty spendy. So that's an awesome drop even to from where it was at $499. So that's one area you can check it out at and buy. The other is the Best Buy, and I'll show you that. That way you know this is legitimate. And we're going to go and I'll bring it up right here. Well, it should have brought it up right there, but it didn't. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go into cell phones. That should have brought it up. There we are. Sorry about that. Anyway, Motorola Nexus 6 right there at Best Buy website for $349. That is the 32 gig version, not the 64. For some of you who are thinking about purchasing one of the new Nexus devices or the Moto X Pure Edition, the LG device that Nexus will release is right now rumored to be at $399. And Huawei, we don't really know on that yet, but we know that the Moto X Pure Edition is $399 for the 16 gig version, okay? So for $50 cheaper, you could pick up this device that came out last year that has dropped considerably and will save you a little bit on the bank. But you know what? I don't know what I want to do because I'm really looking forward to the Moto X Pure Edition. I've been saving my money for that. But then this comes up and then it throws me for a loop because I'm like, wow, okay, I really wanted this device when it first came out, but it was way too spendy. And it's still fresh on the block. You know, I mean, some of these devices, year old, 8 months old, whatever, they're still right in there. And curiosity, man, really wants me to pick one of these up. And it is a 6-inch phablet, and I love big phones. So this is so tempting, you know, and you got specs that are comparable. They're great specs, and they're comparable to what's coming out as far as the Moto X or probably the LG. There'll be some differences, but I did. I do have on Gizmag web page here. I hope I'm saying that Gizmag. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, I have a comparison, and on the Moto X Pure Edition on the Nexus 6 gives you the dimensions there, the weight, built. So far they're pretty much, comparable. You know, one's bigger than the other, obviously. You got one made of plastic. One has a silicone, bamboo, walnut, cherry leather. And that's the white one. The midnight blue is going to be more aluminum and plasticky, I think. Display size, for you out there who don't want too big of a device, obviously you're going to stay with the Moto X if this is what you've already been thinking about. But hey, for $50 cheaper, could you live with a little bit bigger of a screen? I don't know. I could. And you notice that the PPI there is different on the Moto X compared to the Nexus 6, and that's because the screen is a little bit smaller at 5.7. TFT compared to AMOLED. AMOLED is going to suck the battery life. Now, there is a bigger battery in the Nexus 6, but that AMOLED, which is very, very sharp and vivid, you know, it's got deeper blues, not more real to life like the TFT. but it's going to suck a lot more battery life. So even though it has the bigger battery, that was one of the things that I've heard from as far as comments and watching different videos and reading different things on this device. Um, the battery life is it's kind of one of those hit and miss type situations. So I don't know. I'm talking to one of my subscribers. Shout out to Oscar. He had this device and he told me that's one of the things that he wasn't too, thrilled about was the battery life and the camera. Those were two major things. Outside of that, he said it was sexy and it was fast. But I'm pretty sure the Moto X Pure Edition is going to be sexy and fast, and we'll see. And I guess you have to make a decision. Do you want to buy both, or do you want to buy one or the other, and see how that all works out for you? But I'm cool with the TFT screen. I'm cool with better battery life. Fingerprint sensor, both don't have that. Storage, you got 3 different on the Moto X compared to the Nexus 6. You got 16, 32, 64. Now here's where the Moto X beats the Nexus 6. It has expansion. SD card expansion. So if you're looking for more memory, obviously the Moto X wins in this. You're paying $50 more for that device. Processor, well, obviously a bit better there on the Moto X. But the Nexus 6 isn't doing too bad there itself. I was cool with the 801. So RAM, 3 gigs on both. Battery. So anyway, battery life, we have a 3,000 milliamp, 3220 milliamp. I don't know. I don't know which. I'm just hoping that because the difference in the type of screen that we're going to have on the Moto X compared to the Nexus 6, that battery is going to work well with it on the Moto X. And I don't know. We'll have to see when that comes out. But I know on the Nexus 6, as far as what I'm hearing, what I'm reading, that's probably an area I am iffy, because when we spend our money on these devices, like I mentioned in my other video, as far as battery life, you really want a good device, but you have to have good battery life. At the end of the day, with all the specs and everything the devices come from, it's not worth enjoying your device if it's always after just a couple 2-3 hours it's gonna die on you and you have to plug it in, charge it up. So I don't know. That's an individual thing, and we'll go from there on that. Removable battery, well, XX on that. Fast charging, they both have fast charging, wireless charging. Nexus 6 wins on that one. Camera megapixels, 21 megapixel, 5 megapixel front. Wow. So right here, Moto X, I'm pretty sure is going to totally defeat the Nexus 6 in this area. And I'm sure that they better optimize the camera on this new Moto X. I think that they've learned something from the Nexus 6 on not doing so well with that camera. So, and it wasn't, from what I, heard from Oscar out there, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great. So I don't know. Again, we'll have to see. We can buy both devices and then we can do a review on that and go from there. Camera aperture, we got f2.0 on both. So it says right here, LG G4 takes the cake with an f1.8. Yep. Software, both running Lollipop. Release date. So anyway, as you can see, this is when the Nexus 6 was at $499. Now it's at $349. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. Best Buy, Amazon, $349 for the Nexus 6. Still to come, the Moto X Pure Edition 2015 at $399. You make your choice. Buy one or the other, or buy both. But right now is a good time to buy with all these new devices coming out. Prices are dropping left and right. Anyway, my Project 13. Peace. God bless, and thanks as always for watching. And please a thumbs up if you liked this video. Out.